Hello and welcome to Reactis. Our mission and passion at Reactis is to share our thinking with you and to link research and practice. We focus on a topical leadership or management issue in a short, unscripted, lively debate. So thank you very much for joining this session, and joining me live in the studios is Lester and Imran. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you, Faisal. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Faisal. Very well. Enjoying the British summer here, Faisal.
Oh, very nice. I hope it's not as warm as the summer here in Dubai. But we've got a very hot topic to discuss, and that is decision making in uncertain contexts. So there was a person who asked a successful wise man, that what's the reason of your success? And he says, good decisions. And he asks again, how do you take good decisions? And he goes, experience. And he asks again, how do you get that experience? And he says, bad decisions. So the point I'm trying to come up with is that, what do you think, in your opinion, are these decisions, whether good or bad, constitute an element of success in an individual or in a corporate structure? What's your take on this, Imran?
Thank you, Faisal. Thank you very much. It's a very good topic. I would say, Faisal, that decisions are the outcomes. And the heart of the matter is the problems that you're trying to solve. But quite often, this gets ignored. Einstein is reputed to have said that if he has 60 minutes and he has to come to a solution, to a decision, and his life depends on that solution or that particular decision, he would spend the first 55 minutes trying to understand what's the problem that you're trying to solve. Because his success would depend on identifying the right problem. Working with clients, I have found that often people jump to making decisions and talking about decisions, and the element of talking about problems gets skipped. I would take it to Lester if he can elaborate a bit more on this.
Yeah, thank you, Imran. Yeah, thanks for the question, Faisal. It's as always, it's a good question. There is some research that's been done on this, Faisal. That won't surprise you. And one of the pieces that stuck out for me is by two people called Rittel and Weber, and then added to by Keith Grint. And they classify problems. It's one particular way of doing it, and they talk about critical problems, which are problems that require, decisive and fast action. For example, the core IT system goes offline, or there's some kind of emergency where there's no time to analyze, it just needs fast, rapid action. The second category they identified was tame problems. These problems we've seen them before, they might not appear in the same order, they might look different, they might appear complicated, but actually we do have the resources, the knowledge, the know-how, the people to solve them. And the third type they identified was what they call wicked problems. And a wicked problem is something that's complex, it's messy, we've probably never seen it before, there might not be an obvious solution. The best we can do is somehow, move it in some way, take some action without expecting to have a clear and easy solution. So that classification, I think, is a helpful way to start, Faisal.
Well, that's quite interesting to look at decision making through the lens of problem solving. But in today's world, all we see ourselves surrounded by are the wicked problems. So, Imran, what do you think we can do about those wicked problems surrounding us?
That's very true, Faisal. Very, very right observation and reflection. And one of the ways that we try to solve that issue is through innovation design thinking. And this is just one way of doing it. I would, of course, not want to derail this session by talking about what is innovation design thinking, but one way of attempting that is through the innovation lens, out of the box thinking, in a very structured scientific style through which we can come up with solutions and analyze the problems and make the right decisions, Faisal.
Very nice, very nice. So Lester, this question is directed to you. So I'm a leader in action in an organization, and what's your advice to me to take decisions in uncertain contexts?
Okay, Faisal. Yeah, another good question. I think, look, I think if something you diagnose and see as being critical, then what you should do is be fast, directive, you should be instructing, and you should be telling. Okay, no room to stop and analyze and discuss. If it's something that's a tame problem, this might surprise you. I would look to delegate as much of this as possible. So if I have the people who know this, who can handle this, or I can delegate, or I can coach, then I would try and move that away. And the reason I would say that is because I want to spend my time on the wicked problems. I think, as you've alluded to before, and Imran too, we have many wicked problems. And what do these demand? They need me to let go of my ego. I'm not going to have the answer in my head. I need to be comfortable with that. I'm going to need to use the collective brain of the organization and my colleagues. I need to collaborate. I need to have an open mind, and I need to have more of a sort of systems view. And I need to be comfortable with the idea that I'm not going to necessarily solve this problem. If I can just leave you with one quotation, Faisal, that I particularly like, Heifetz and Linsky, two other academics. They said the biggest single cause of leadership failure that they'd identified was when a leader treats a wicked problem like a tame problem, with that same way of thinking. A guaranteed route to failure, if you like.
Thank you so much for this insightful conversation. Viewers, this was Lester and Imran. And if you have got any suggestions for our upcoming videos or for our previous videos, please do share your feedback at share@reactis.com. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
Bye.